what it is, what's happening. So, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the new subscribers. And don't give me no shit about my Carhartt hat. I bought that shit before they went and they got all crazy in the head. So, to help with that shit, let's get into something good. I just dug this thing out from underneath the workbench, which was all the way in here. Underneath that bench with the black stuff. Whew, I tell you, I just fought that thing out of there, made a mess. I had to get that 350 Chevy out because I sold that 350 Chevy. And I got a 390 in there that I got to get out that I just sold a few minutes ago. But this is the 5.8. I actually forgot I had this motor. So you heard me talk about starting a new project with another 96 Bronco. This motor I cut out of a, which is kind of ironic, really kind of funny. This motor come out of a 96 F-150 four-wheel drive Eddie Bauer truck, the same color scheme, that maroon with the gold bottom, as the Bronco that I'm getting ready to put together. So the Bronco that I'm getting ready to put together has a 5.8 in it. It runs, but like I said before, the motor's painted blue. You'll see some videos over here shortly. It's either got a blown head gasket or cracked head or something. It's getting coolant in the combustion chamber, and it runs like shit. So this motor I've never heard run. That's why I'm going to tear it all the way down. So I'm going to tear this thing down to a long block. I was told this motor ran. The truck that I cut up and took it out of, the trans was already out of it, and the interior was gutted, and the doors were off it. I bought what was left of it for a bunch of other parts that were on it. And this motor was complete. It was full of green coolant, and it had good oil in it. I just couldn't hear it run because there's no trans to it for me to bolt a starter to. The guy I bought it from took the trans out. He said it ran, but you know how that goes. So we're going to pull it down, inspect it. I don't even know how many miles were on it because there was no dash in this truck. So we're going to pull it down and see what it looks like. It is complete. It is 100% unmolested. Everything's there. It looks like it's never even had the valve covers off. It still has the little Jesus clips that holds the wiring harness that goes across the top of both valve covers. They're still on there. Motor's pretty clean. It's got your typical oil pan starting to leak a little bing, and I'm going to pull the timing cover and do a reseal. Somebody broke the bolt off in here, and they actually had a C-clamp holding that together. So that'll get fixed. So the plan is really not going to do anything other than clean it up, reseal it, check it over, make sure it's a good motor, put it 100% together, and pop it in the Bronco. So the Bronco project is coming along really well. Bunch of parts just came for it. So this stack of parts is for the new Bronco project. There's a set of shock towers. Most of the brake parts are here. There's brake hoses. There's an intake gasket, a water pump, rear wheel cylinders, some other crap, hoses and whatnot. I got it all tore down. Well, got the intake and valve covers off. It's really clean inside for, what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a 96 motor. But it's pretty clean. I'm pretty pleased with it. It's not a big sludge bucket, so it was obviously taken care of. I mean, you can look at the outside. It's a little rusty, but it's not an oily pig, which is a good sign. It is a roller camshaft motor. If memory serves me right, 95, I think, for the 5.8 motor. I know the 5.0 motors were roller of 94, maybe. I could be wrong on the years, but anyway. Roller camshaft motor, double roller timing chain. Timing chain's tight in it. So it leads me to believe, from experience, 30 years of doing this, that this is probably a low mileage motor. And even if it is a little bit high miles, it was pretty well taken care of because it's not all greased up and it's not all greasy on the outside. So it tells me it's probably a good one. So I got to pull the oil pan. I've got stuff stoking in the parts washer already. I'm going to drop the pan, going to check out a couple bearings, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be okay. This is going to go now at the end of this video. Like I said earlier, there'll be a little clip of the new build, the new Bronco build. So this is going to be the new heart to replace the one that's in it. Since this was a 96 and that's a 96, I have this motor was 100% complete, right down to the AC compressor, full wiring harness. So I'll be able to put this thing 100% back together, set it in, just plug a few things in, bolt the trans and converter, exhaust up, fired up. I'm not even going to fool the distributor. I didn't even take the distributor out. I'm not going to. That way I don't have to fool the timing or nothing. It should just light right up. I do have to use the fuel rail out of the Bronco because I guess when I cut this motor out, I must have messed up the fuel rail when I pulled it out of the parts truck. But I got new motor mounts coming, plugs and wires, and a couple other little things for it. And we'll be ready to rock and roll, get this thing set down in there, and hopefully make smoke. So sit tight. Over the next couple of days, I'll clean up parts, which is real glorious and fun to do. Like I said, I got stuff sitting in the parts washer over there. And, yeah, we'll do a video as I go along, and I'll put it together. Holla at your boy. Keep it real. Catch me on the next one. What it is. What's happening? So, if you follow my page or follow my YouTube, you know that I buy OBS trucks. There's a cab over there. There's a cab wrapped up in the tarp there. That's an international cab. So anyway, I scored this thing. Back in the summer. It is a 5.8 Eddie Bauer. Well, those don't come on there. But the thing been laid on its side at one point in its life. You see it's got some road rash. The door don't match, so my guess is they put a door on it. I really bought this thing for parts. It's got a 4-inch lift with long arm, radius arms on the front. But it needs work. I mean, the shock tires are rotted out, like they all do. It's got no brakes. Biggest problem is the motor's no good. It runs. Actually, I just drove it up to where it's sitting. But I got plenty of 5.8 motors laying around. And I kind of think what I want to do with this thing is, I think I want to make it a wheeler. Something I could tag and something I could wheel. Take some trails. And not get upset if it gets scratched and a little beat up. This thing will be real easy to tag since it's a 96. But I'm thinking about losing the top, losing the doors, cage it. I've got plenty of 5.8 motors laying around. Slap a motor in it. It's already got 4-inch lift on it. Add a little bit more tire and wheel to it. It's only got 32s on it, I think. It needs something a little more. It's got a new gas tank and stuff in it. I mean, it's got a lot of good stuff. It's got full rear springs, no blocks in the rear. So it's got a lot going for it as far as if you're going to make a project out of it. I'm kind of leaning towards that's what I want to do with this thing. All right. Hit your boy up. Drop a comment. See what I should do with this turd. Leave something down in the comment section. Holler at you. Keep it reals.